This question about architects: who do we need to be following? Well, if you were through the process of going through school for 4 to 5 years with a possible graduate degree, and you've started out in the industry or in between along those, you're trying to figure out where are you going to be in the next 20 to 30 years. You understand? Will you be principal working with a firm of your own, or will you be senior at a firm? The idea is, at the point at which you decided to actually pursue architecture as a field beyond just, the cool models in studio. The first thing, it's talking about who do you personally follow, who do you follow for industry advice, who do you follow for a little bit direction, and then possibly like for life advice, and then who do you follow for like financial advice. And I think there's a way of really bringing all those together versus randomly scattering like social media. My strategy is always to have a moral center. I don't push people to my particular faith on social media. I think I enjoy my Christian faith, and I would say for other people, that's something that should really help your life, because I think there's a good foundation for that in society. Career-wise, I think there's some great industry organizations. I don't know that you have to agree with everything these organizations do, but the fact that there are people out there with your industry in mind, with your career and path in mind, those are people that are valuable to follow. Next, we're talking about life. The idea is life pressures actually can really sidetrack who you are, career-wise, creative-wise. So it's important to get some of those things sort of settled. You understand? You don't avoid or don't don't follow a lot of this online trending that would get you out of your sorts. I think just really find some people who are doing properly with in terms of relationship or growing your family, like people who care about you growing as an individual, not just people who think you can get the quickest bang for the buck. You understand? There's a lot of garbage out on social media about relationship. Financially, avoid the get rich quick scam that's always over the internet. You just want to look for just some important ideas, like from Damon John. I learned about financial intelligence. That's a really important topic and important thing that people should be following and learning from. I would lead toward people to, in follow the conservative in general, because the idea is, if you want to grow in career and family, like those are people you can sort of stably get some insight from. However, when you want to diverge, innovate, just have a little higher standard for people who are sort of radical. Even, like my sort of influence in architecture is sort of radical, but in terms of people I would follow for like baseline, they're a little more conservative. So the idea is your innovation shouldn't come at the career or life costs. So those are some of my ideas for who to follow without saying anybody particularly directly. Ideas: stable institutions, stable organizations, conservative for particular life advice. But definitely this whole thing of following people who are sort of innovative is based off really your track record. Even myself, like the ideas in making my courses, I focus on saying how can things actually be built, how I can go through industry. Myself being licensed, I don't like when people just go all over the direction. I think that people who are trying to do something valuable, because architecture is a service field, we represent the public, and so that means we have to have a higher standard. I think just like doctors and lawyers, even though the architecture field is a little different. So I think if you push that in mind, keep that as you are moving forward, even if you don't intend to pursue architecture, maybe doing school or some other sort of research field, you can still be informing and being informed by the great things of what architects do in civilization and society. Thanks for watching. This is Brandon with I'm the Studio.